Good evening, dear viewers, readers, watchers, and listeners. I hope all is well out there. We will continue and we will resume play with the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. The whole title of the book, actually, and I don't know if I've ever stated it or not, but the entirety of the book is The Sacraments of Eternity, Prophecies and Revelations of Life Values in the Third Millennium, The Life of Mankind in Future Centuries. We will continue. Disciple. In eternity, you're giving a lot of spiritual information, difficult to understand for some people. If so, would a person who's reading this book acquire a bit of true knowledge? Teacher. Sure, he or she would. It doesn't matter whether they understand it or not. A portion of invisible power has touched a reader's soul. Maybe in half of a year or later, a person will realize something and will get back to the book of eternity to read it through again. This is what matters, Alexander. Please mind, it is not a kind of hypnosis. This is the reunion of soulmates. The one who can hear his or her soul's voice will understand everything. If he or she doesn't want to listen to it, it is transferred through you. The most important thing is that for 7 years of communication with me, you never had any doubts. I swear, other people will understand not only the spiritual part of this book, Eternity, but as well the whole of their lives. Write down my statements and let them heal the souls and bodies. Light, energetic, and high spirit beams sent to you by the great space into your body every moment. God's touch cherishes souls. You may feel as your body is shivering or trembling, but no worries. It is not for long. Soon you'll feel warm. Be confident, and your confidence will help you feel God's strength. Think not only about yourself, but about others too, and you'll join in this shared energetic flow. Very gentle, kind, and tender stream. I wish everyone's health and desire to get back to you. In your thoughts, request God and your soul to help you. If you feel tough pronouncing this request, do it every day and night, and you'll reach spiritual height. You'll always receive help provided with love and care. Disciple. Thank you, teacher, very much. I received this message on Easter holiday, the day of your resurrection, and my personal feeling is that it will be all as you said. Thank you very much again, not only from me, but from all people who trust you. Take a bow on a marvelous day, as it did become the most enlightened of all days on the earth. Teacher. Thank you, Alexander. To you and all other people, thank you all. I repeat it as I see every one of you. Innermost thoughts will always be so and will be sealed forever. The overmind always accepts honest communication as a virtue, as the one who loves will always be loved. Who does not believe shall check and charge his or her mind, shall feel I am right. Disciple. Teacher, I feel that people want to know more about you as a human. Teacher. Why is this so? You know about me. So explain this truth to others, but only those words you hear and nothing else from yourself. Disciple. I understand you, teacher. Teacher, tell me please, what was the key priorities for you? Prophecy, mercy, benevolence, or following your mission? Teacher. Yes, I see you start thinking. This is an interesting question. I'll give you the following response. Meeting one group of people, I felt I should preach as this will bring benefit to them. Being with others, I was graceful and healed them. Sometimes I was just kind. However, if to sum up all the above mentioned, it was my mission. All these mattered. As a human, I was glad to bring people joy. As God, I felt sorrow for people and still do. I regret that they neither accepted me nor God's bliss. Therefore, you have to help each other. So far, alas, it doesn't happen. When it does, it is so disciple. Please explain to me the meaning of the words God said, and there it appeared. Teacher, there is meaning inside these words for you to understand. However, even 3,000 years won't be enough to explain the full meaning of these words. That is why there are 3 dots in between the statement. It seems to be easy. You pronounce it, and it is clear, though it is a tremendous work of the great space beyond these words. I pardon to say, but people are made not of clay, though many claims you are. Disciple. Teacher, you mentioned 3 dots? Teacher. Beyond these 3 dots, let's say events of 3,000 years are to be described. Disciple. It would be great to describe the truth of our origin. Though I understand it's not easy. Desire growth anyway. Teacher. Listen to me attentively. Listen to me attentively. I preach all spiritual. But when I decide you'll accept all the rest, spiritually immature people may ruin everything that was created when they receive compelling information about their origin. As soon as your spiritual life achieves decent intellectual development, then all mysteries will be revealed to your mind. Otherwise speaking, God lived on the earth and let their marks. God's lived on the earth and left their marks. So enjoy and accept everything, blissful, but not wicked, with respect to those gods. When someone of you denies his or her creator and sees the devil in him, do not look up to heaven. It's not essential for the blind, whether it is day or night. I mean spiritually blind. However, the blind see more and better than a skeptic. A skeptic is a person with a broken mind, and it can only be fixed in the great space. Disciple. Teacher, it is vice versa here. They see me as... Teacher, don't go on. I know. Still, there's feedback. A human's thought, the process of thinking, it is joyful, but it is not material. However, all humans' revelation is there. Whatever is in the thoughts of a person will become a reality one day. Dreaming is good. Very pleasant when dreams turn into life, then all will look perfect. In the majority of cases, you get off this path, but then come back. When you get back to the track of your dreams, this process is my move, and it is always a positive move. Consciousness is good news, which advises you. Be conscious, and all earthly burdens will disappear. It is for you to decide which to choose, not for God. Gladiolus is a perfect flower. Edelweiss is hard to find, but its fragrance, try to feel yourself. Edelweiss, Edelweiss. I bring you scent which pours into your souls. I beg you, open your eyes. It is not as it is not your weakness, but a load of disbelieving that makes you feel so depressed. If you do believe in me, please behave and become wiser, as I am everything. Your choice will make the ideal standard of your life and will influence the new pattern of thinking. I am observing people's behavior and sometimes get surprised. In the times when I lived on Earth, there was no efficient gadgets and techniques as you have now. I won't enumerate them, though you do have it. However, there is poverty, starvation, devastation. And the question is, why do you ruin yourselves? Choose deputies who think only of themselves and their families. Soon, of course, you'll understand. But now put all your efforts to restore life energy. If you do, you'll see the effect of this restoration and revival about Ukraine. If you don't, no power will ever help to get back the happiness. I understand how hard it is. Various lives people have. Someone for something, somebody because of someone. Looking at this chaos, I sometimes see that they do not care. It is a delusion. Look ahead and you'll see the eyes of those waiting to be born. They will come and ask you. Either their dad or mom, but they will ask, why would you bring us to such an unfair life? What will you answer to God's messengers? Nothing intelligible, as you lost the sense of your experiences. You stepped beyond the limit. Disciple. Teacher, excuse me, are you talking about Ukraine? Teacher. Not only about Ukraine, about all people. Disciple. Let everyone understand correctly. It is about the language. The language must be Ukrainian. Yes, it is beautiful, But it is not right to oblige people who live in one country. I understand it's possible to force, but the result will be deplorable. Teacher, it does not look like a question, but I will answer. You do know Bogdan Klemensky, and I won't enumerate others as no one will believe in their existence. They strive for Ukraine to become a developed country. It was hard, but the country, Ukraine, did blossom and feed its inhabitants. You, the Ukrainians, are so close to each other, neighboring states, so shameful talking about it. I want, and it will be so, that new Bogdan Klemensky appears and will break the ice among people. What you did was ridiculous, so deal with consequences. I send you my spirituality, but do not see it in you. If you want to be reborn, your motherland, look at others, but not as national addicts, just as humans. The nation which is free and offended, but not by the Slavic people. The first step is the hardest, but it makes a path. On this path, you have to choose your direction, but a soulful one. It will bring you to the graceful truth, the truth of new creation. No one believes in me, so you are by yourselves. Still, you have the power of the overmind, which sees all evil and will keep you out of mischief that you may do. You have just had elections. Is everyone satisfied? Alas, no. When you select someone, you forget about God. Those who were elected would give better than you as the lives in their hands. They will suck you out if there's something left. You are following the path that leads downwards. You can change it. It's not late yet. Leave it all and turn to me. Not some of you, but the whole country. Although I won't say anything because so much dirt will spill over into my aisle and my side that I won't wash it off even for 1,000 years. My teaching is not terrible. Your deeds, they are criminal towards anyone eager to live the real life. Let us see how people of Germany or Poland live. Do not even compare your case with America. You won't become even close to its level of development for another 754 years or so. I repeat, whoever exalts him or herself will be humbled by thyself and by me. Divine energy comes down from the great space and is trying to cover the earth with the best, the kindest intentions. Sometimes this heavy love is unfairly perceived with disregard and indifference by some individuals. Whereas the messenger of God shall be praised, but never tread down by ignorance. He is sent with a purpose. The heart hurts when you see how your creation perishes because of evil and ignorance. Still, the stream of good energy keeps covering the earth. The only way it can be stopped is by me. If I stop it, the light will no longer exist. Thus, everything will disappear. And all that I managed to create, I don't want this at all. I hold out my hands to you with benevolence, to embrace all of you with my truth of existence. You beat very painfully, and often I've had to stay away from you. You notice it and feel it and blame God. I ask you, stop it. Take your mind and soul in your hands. You'll experience an extraordinary power and realize that your well-being is next to you. You can't use this well-being as you do not understand that this wealth is your life. A gifted person will always be gifted, although you A gifted person will always be gifted, although you humiliate the one who gave you this gift. You can't understand the meaning of your life, or maybe you don't want to. If everything was different, then you would be gods who can create anything with no exception. Bliss would be your guide. Love with its warmth would permeate your body. I think I won't change anything as of now. I won't make a single step inside. And I won't make a single step aside. But if I do, my teaching will look differently. You need to respect or pay tribute to your Creator, and He will forget you. My apologies, never forget you. Let's say again. You need to respect or pay tribute to your Creator, and He will never forget you. I am talking to one, but communicate with every one of you. God is the overmind. This is the power where every one of you stays with no exception. If a person left dirty marks, the energy inside starts dissipating. And finally abandon him or her and goes to a more conscious one. When energy goes out, you start blaming God, and already After that, ask Him for help. However, you do not get help, as the energy is sacred to enter the spoilt and decrepit matter. It stays in a chosen path more favorable for life. Think about it. God feeds you. You decide how to use this abundance. You need a reasonable approach and excellent communication skills. This is spiritual wealth, which gives the kindness and the mighty. Again, this is spiritual wealth, which gives the kindness and the mighty. You'll feel reborn in the light kingdom of the universe. You can refute and say they are just smart words, but where is the whole truth? It is in your hands for many years. I only feel the truth with my grace and wait for you to perceive it until the end, although you see the results of your death. I repeat 1,000 times. Repeat again and again. You are immortal. I appeal to all of you. Open your eyes. Wake up. You'll see the dirt and corrosion which destroys your spirituality. First, you'll be scared, but be firm. Shake it off. Shake it all off. The disgrace. The angel of goodness and love will appear and will lift you to the height of bliss where you're supposed to be. Never mind whether this is the earth or the great space. A black devil, gray revenge, desecrating everything, and humiliating the truth must be disrooted. By truth, I mean you. Let the dust dispel it over the earth. Let the dust dispel it over the earth and never touch neither the earth nor its depths. Earth's interior won't bear the unworthy evil. Wrapping you with spiritual identity, I strengthen all that you see. And in this visibility, there is the whole great space. If it weakens, this will be the end of the world, as you call it. It is necessary to be friends with all the good and kind and never be shy of such friendships. All the time to be in contact with the energy that knows and guides everything at any moment. The stage of your rebirth should happen on one step higher. And the ladder of life will now be reinforced and will never break. Stick to all that is good, favorable, gentle, sometimes modest but reliable at all times. According to your standards, you can get either good or not so good. It all depends. The result depends on you. I request you at least once wake up at dawn, at sunrise, and look at the sunrise. Analyze your life. Mentally go through all the days of your life in your memory. I am sure each of you will understand yourself and will hear your thoughts, which you did not hear before. Let me say again. I am sure each of you will understand yourself and will hear your thoughts, which you did not hear before. I repeat, look at the east at sunrise. This is the bliss which comes from inside your soul, and you usually cannot reach yourself because of your misunderstanding. Dear readers, we conclude there, and we will continue another day with the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. Thank you for your time. Good evening, and God bless. Fare thee well. Good night.